Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dear Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one is going to be doing our weekly Saturday Spotlight video. This one, oh my god, this one's going to be awesome. This one, we're going to be doing a character Spotlight video on Simon from the Walking Dead television series. So, an original character just for the TV series, not a character from the Walking Dead comic book series or anything else Walking Dead related, just the TV series, the main original TV series, not from the Walking Dead comic book series or anything like that. Just mainly a character strictly for the TV series, kind of like Daryl, basically. So, this character spotlight video for this Saturday is going to be going out to Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this video. Of course, he does a lot of Walking Dead videos himself. He does do some other videos as well, but he does make some TWD content himself, so I definitely want to give him a shout out for this video for suggesting this Simon character spotlight. But if you guys want to get a shout out from Dan's Reviews in the next video, all you got to do is be the first person to suggest the next character spotlight video in the comment section below. I pick the first person, and you will get a shout out in next week's video by me. So let's get started with the Simon character spotlight. So, oh my god, if there's one character from the Walking Dead television series that is so darn entertaining, is Simon. I mean, you know, he shows up, of course, so let's just basically get the video started. So, he shows up in the Season 6 finale, and they're immediately trying to kill this guy, this random. And they basically, you know, they beat him up, and, they are trying to basically scare Rick and his, small portion of the group trying to get to a Hilltop because of Maggie. And, we have Simon who's trying to stop them the entire way there until, of course, he does in the nighttime scene. He's like, good, you made it. Welcome to where you're going, you know? So basically, he's like, well, take your weapons. And I like how he's like, now, you know, so yeah, we have that, of course, and then they drop their weapons. We can talk about it, and he's like, we're done talking, it's time to listen. And he's like, you know, good, let's meet the man, you know. And Negan comes out, of course, and we get the introduction like that. So I really like the right hand man mentioned too from Negan, of course, and of course the season 7 premiere goes down. We have the death of Glenn and Abraham, which I will mention because that is a huge part of, Negan's introduction for the Saviors. So, next time we see him is when he's at the Hilltop in Season 7, Episode 5. And they are taking just half, like you said, half of stuff from a Hilltop. So him and Gregory negotiate, and they talk a little bit in his office and stuff. I really like the stuff with him and Gregory, too. Because, of course, the night prior, they let in tons of walkers into Hilltop to teach them a lesson, but they took them out themselves. And he's like, good on you, you know? And I just love their awkward conversation between Gregory and Simon. It's so fun. I could watch that scene over and over again. It's just such a fun scene to watch. So, I like how he considers Rick and the others real go-getters, too, you know? And, you know, you've got, Gregory that wants to rat out Sasha and Maggie, but Jesus knew he was going to do that and puts him in the other closet and basically reveals that he has tons of liquor. So, Simon decides that he's like, take this to the Negan truck, and he's like, you know, I'm going to say it was for me, because I really want the credit here. So, yeah, I like all that stuff. That was really, really cool. And of course, they decide to, basically take half of the stuff from Hilltop, and I just love to bring this to the Negan truck mention. That's so cool. But, basically, that's it for Simon for a little while, and then, of course, we get to see him again at Alexandria, and they're looking for Daryl, of course. So Daryl has escaped, and they basically destroy tons of the houses in Alexandria, just destroy everything looking for Daryl. So they don't find him, of course, and I really like how he's like, my apologies for leaving the place in a bit of a mess. More so big mess, but anyway. But he's like, we have tons of other stuff to do, and he's like, so do you, I guess, you know. And he's like, TikTok, you know, chop, you know, and I just like it. He's warning him. He's like, oh, Rick, if Daryl does show up here, you know, 2 days from now, 2 months from now, hell, 2 years from now, you know, he's like, just know there's no, statute of limitation on this, Rick. And he's like, keep that hatchet handy, you know, you're gonna need it if he shows up to you people. And he's like, it won't turn out the way it did for your boy. And he's like, all right, let's go, you know. So I love that. That was so awesome. And Rick just has to kind of tolerate it until they can, have enough people and enough guns and stuff to fight the Saviors. But you can tell Rick just wants to kill him, you know. So but Simon is just such an awesome character. I love that part as well. So, basically, we get to see, for the rest of the season, not too much of him. You know, he's there in the finale in Season 7 when the battles go on and stuff. And then, basically, in Season 8, after Negan is trapped in the thing with Gabriel, we get to see him kind of take over the Saviors. He kind of can't because he's so out of control. But, I really like, too, how he's really taking charge of the Saviors while Negan is gone. And then, of course, Simon decides to, be part of the whole, mid-season finale thing, and he stops Maggie and the people from the hilltop. So I really like just everything he says there with Maggie and stuff, and I like how she's like, they kill the one guy, and she's like, can I have the box? And he's like, favor granted, and he's like, Eugene, he let us out, and he just yells out, Eugene, and he basically says that he's the one that let them all out of that mess, and basically Eugene is the hero for the Saviors, So Simon is kind of impressed with Eugene, and he's like, I didn't trust him, but wow, and honestly, Simon had every right not to trust Eugene, because, look at what he does in the finale, So now Simon is dead before that time, but I'm just saying. So around this time, once he starts realizing that, what Maggie does once she goes back to the hilltop and kills one of the Saviors and sends it to the sanctuary, this is when Simon flips. This is when Simon decides to not accept any kind of, other crap that Rick and the others are giving them, and he just wants to kill Rick and everybody else. But Negan doesn't want that. He wants to kill Rick and, the Widow and the King, and kind of, get them back, under control, and have them working. But I actually think, and if there's one time I actually liked what Simon did, I actually like it because Simon is kind of right, and I actually like how Simon started to believe how capable Rick and the others are. And I actually think that in the second half of Season 8, I actually start to realize that I think Simon started to realize how tough Rick and the others really are, and that they've been through a lot. And I think he started to notice that, and that's why he kind of wanted to try to get rid of them as best as he could, because I think he was actually starting to notice how tough they were, and how they probably can't beat them, and Simon just kind of wanted to try, but I think Simon was actually starting to lose a bit of hope, I think, after what Maggie did and sent the savior to, the zombie savior to the sanctuary. So I like that, of course. Then he takes out the junkyard group, which is, that's really when he lost it, and I really like it too, because he kills one, and then he kills the second one, and it's like, oh man. Oh, Simon, but anyway, so of course he gets back, lies to Negan about it, and then Rick, of course, when Rick tracks Negan down, tells him about it, and then Negan gets back, and of course we have the episode with Simon where he's trying to turn against Negan, and of course, Negan, comes behind the dumpster, and of course Simon is basically caught. So I like that, of course, even the get on your knees part from earlier, and then he kind of tricks him, but then later challenges him to a fight. And basically, we get to see Negan and Simon fight to the death, and Negan is the winner, of course, when he, strangles him, basically. So, really, really crazy stuff. I still, even to this day, when I see that episode with Simon, that's one of the episodes from Season 8 I really liked, actually, when Simon and Negan, fist fight at the end there. Oh, man, really great episode. And I really have to say that I do think that Negan winning that is probably for the best, because Simon would have tried to kill all of them. So, in terms of Simon's character throughout the entire series, man, he's an awesome character. He's really entertaining. There is that, of course. But, yeah, really, really awesome character for sure. Really, definitely an awesome character. Man, he's got so many awesome jokes throughout the series. Like, you guys remember the one from Season 7 where he comes in, right, to get Dr. Carson, and he's just like, Dr. Harlan Carson, correct? And he's like, you need a checkup? Probably. It's been a few years, but I'm not here for that. And I like it, too. One of my favorite Simon parts is when he's at Dr. Carson's little trailer, and he's like, why does Negan need 2 doctors? And there's just this awkward silence of him like this. Well, I think my look, probably, and he's really, really awesome. He's got so many awesome lines throughout the show, so many just funny scenes, and just, oh man, Simon is such an entertaining character. You gotta love him. He's a villain, but he's one of those villains you can't hate. As much as you might want to hate him, you can't. You just can't, So, yeah, Simon for sure going down as one of the best villains, probably. Honestly, yeah, I really love Simon's character. And even though he didn't survive as long as I think his death was good. You can't really have him go on too long after all that war. But really awesome character, and definitely for the Savior storyline. He made the Season 8 really, really good. So, because it was a bit of a weak season as it was. So, anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. And, of course, write your comments about Simon and what you think about his character. What character spotlight video do you guys want me to see or you want me to cover next week? And I will give you a shout out in the next video if you're the first person to suggest the next character spotlight. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below about Simon. What is your favorite moment from Simon? Me, it's the... Well, I think my look, probably, you know. He's like, why does Negan need 2 doctors, you know? So, yeah, I love that. And there's tons of other ones as well, but, you know, yeah, really, really awesome. So, anyway, next character spotlight video is remain to be seen, but, of course, I will pin the comment of the person that will be, you know, suggesting the next character spotlight. So, of course, write that down in the comment section below. Who do you want to see a character spotlight video on next week? And of course, tomorrow I will catch you guys for a Let's Chit Chat video leading up to the series finale of Game of Thrones. Oh man, crazy. So, but let's hope it's good. Let's hope it's really good. Not as bad as last week. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.